With 1 in 5 working instead of attending school, Myanmar can be a very hard and dangerous place for a child to grow up. Over half of these working children are trapped in hazardous work that deprives children of their childhood, their potential, and their dignity. This type of labor at such a young age is often both harmful to physical and mental development. When a child is sent away from home to work, they lose their protection of their family and community and often never return home, instead end up being trafficked to work in other areas. Within Yangon, the vulnerable urban dwellers and migrants from the more rural parts of the country can be easily exploited, with many hired as unskilled factory workers or day laborers without any form of labor, social, and health protection. Others try their hand at being small business owners in food vending or tricycle riding. However, these jobs are available only sporadically, and in the rainy season, which can last up to 5 months, the daily earnings are dramatically reduced. But regardless of the chosen path, most families in these areas end up in debt. 85% of the people in these communities end up taking out loans, largely for food and health expenses, or to meet other basic needs. These loans commonly come with a 30% weekly interest that can spiral a small debt into a crippling amount. The result is a large section of the population living in poverty, poor health, and low literacy. As a result, children are being taken out of school in order to work. Girls are usually either removed from school to take care of the family, marry early, or for domestic work, while boys enter the casual labor market. Living costs, including the price of food, have risen steeply in recent years. Higher rents in the city are pushing poor families from central areas to the edges of the city with limited access to basic services. 46% of these households are considered illegal squatters. This is AA. She lives in one of these areas just across the river from downtown Yangon. She lives in this house with her mother and 5 other siblings. To pay a small medical bill of around $30, her mother took out a loan, but with huge interest rates. She wasn't able to pay it back, which led the family into crippling debt. Many children here can only dream of attending school, but are forced into working in some of the worst, most dangerous environments. This is Joso. Every day, instead of going to school, he filters through rubbish dumps, looking for plastic bottles he can sell so he can give money to his mother. Like 54% of casual laborers, Joso makes under $1.5 per day. The sad reality is that many children get caught in child labor and never escape, losing their entire childhood. At New Hope, we believe every child deserves an education, and we are actively fighting to stop child labor. we were able to support AA's family to help them get out of debt, and her mother is now part of our microfinance program. Here she is encouraged and mentored to save money for her family, as well as giving her the tools and education to start her own small business. AA is now attending school at a New Hope Center and is receiving the education she only once dreamt of. The COVID-19 health pandemic and the resulting economic and labor market shock are having a huge impact on people's life and livelihood in Myanmar, especially for families like AA's and Josu who rely on low or unskilled labor. Unfortunately, children are now the first to suffer. The International Labour Organization have said that the crisis will push millions more vulnerable children into child labor. Through supporting out-of-work parents and giving them skills to increase their chances of employment or to start their own enterprises, we are minimizing the need for families to send their children to work. We are also providing these children with an education, meaning that they can go on to receive well-paid jobs, stopping the generational cycle of child labor. Our teams understand these areas. Our staff live and breathe these communities, and over the years, we have built a level of trust. We were there before, we were there during, and we will be there in the aftermath of this pandemic. With our community centers in the heart of these communities, we are set up to best help the most vulnerable even through this challenging time. We believe that every child has the right to be a child, so we are working within communities most at risk of child labor to provide a new hope and an alternative path for children who may otherwise be trapped in child labor.